Excellent, and welcome to the TED Summit podcast, number 13. We have Truth in Telecoms. Welcome, Johnny. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, buddy.
Excellent. We have
just
so
a
much
crazy day.
Yeah. Well, crazy week.
The first thing I'd like to tell everybody who's listening, go listen to Mr. Sweeney talk about Webio and what they've done there.
Yeah.
You got to listen to that podcast, guys, when you see all the good that can be done with AI.
Yeah.
But that being said, I mean, look, it's the Go FY week, right? I guess with Mr. Musk, who actually pointed out all the artificial traffic. He could probably solve our issue in like an hour if he wanted to, as he's pulling a Porsche on his truck, being the Porsche in a race.
I know.
So much for German engineering, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, it's 100,000, I think, when you have the top of the line truck. It's just, let's hope that the panels align.
But I'd like to start off with a couple of things before we get into our long-awaited debate here.
Yeah.
Number one, Silvio, founder, Infobip, comes out, the Bipper, king of Bippers. Bippy, Bip, my favorite name in the world. I just want to say Bipper. The king of the Bippers comes out, steps up, and comes to the table and brings awareness for this stuff. So I couldn't have been happier about that, to have really one of the pioneers in the industry.
Yeah,
you got all these wannabe guys, and like I said in the last podcast, I mean, they got JP Morgan behind them.
Yes.
JP Morgan was going to take them, whether anybody liked it or not, and would have taken them to the moon. But bad timing. Bad timing. So, obviously you had, Twilio going public, the phenomenon. And then you had Cinch.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
They got up to, $200 a share, billions and billions of dollars in valuation. And then Infobip just caught wrong timing. But you know what? Still an amazing company. But having Silvio stepping up, because he's not inside the monopoly.
Exactly.
So he bought really strategic assets in the USA, and really they're positioned, and I'm excited because
and they have a diverse revenue stream. It's not just doing the aggregation business. They have a lot of enterprise customers as well.
They got a little bit of everything. They know exactly what they're the Bippers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to keep saying it, by the way. So that's great news. That's a big plus on our side. Yeah. And obviously, the big news also for me is on Bill Peters' complaint. Tata Communications didn't refute or dispute any of his claims.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
No, we did frame Bill Peters. Yes, we were sending illegal traffic. Yes. Nothing.
Exactly.
Their argument is, well, you knew Johnny. That's their argument. It's comical. And this should be part of his administrative claim, the wrongful termination.
Exactly.
I mean, so I think the book clubs, as you call them, MEF, all these other groups now need to step up.
Yes.
And basically, are you okay? Because to me, the worst thing of all, forget everything, is the frame shop.
Yeah.
Dirty cops.
Yes.
You ever see the movies with dirty cops? They plant drugs on a guy, he gets put in jail. It's horrifying. So I call them the dirty cop suckers, which is really what they are over there.
Yeah.
So I want to get into that. But Twilio, I think we covered Twilio because everybody wants to hear about Twilio.
Oh, yeah.
Because we do need to get behind the market.
Yeah.
The activist investors, which is kind of comical and embarrassing at the same time, that Jeff Lawson has to sit with an activist investor. Now, that guy came from Legion Partners, right?
Exactly.
So he left Legion. So I spoke to the guys at Legion, and all they wanted was they just wanted the stock to go from 50 to 150, hedge fund guys. They don't care. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jeff was great. We'd like to remove him. And they wanted to remove Jeff, which is not happening because Jeff's not leaving. Yeah. And his board is kind of, whether he lost voting rights or not, they're not going away. They're all handpicked guys.
Exactly.
But, look, the truth is Jeff made, he got shaken upside down.
Mm-hmm.
$750 million to Cineverse, $850 million to Zipwhip.
Exactly.
Everybody had their hands out for Twilio. And they're like, here's 20 million. You get out of here, kid. Here's 100 million. Get out of here, kid. Because they're just busy, wanted to build his vision and build his company. But look, the stock is getting ping-ponged.
Yes.
The analysts are I'm getting messages, like I said, at 7, 10 a.m. Did you know? And I'm like, really, guys, this is what you're going to do? Because they're all playing ping pong. But, Cinch up to $30 a share. which is a screaming buy at $3 at the end of the day, because it's really $3 US, around, give or take a couple pennies.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So I'm really excited that, you know, they're still trying to weigh him down.
Yep.
And it's exciting. And you got Link Mobility, which if you bought that at the beginning of the year, you doubled your money.
I know.
More so. I'm digging into those guys more.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of great things from them. Doug Gardner, who, quite frankly, if Twilio never got rid of Doug Gardner, Jeff Lawson never would have gotten shaken down by anybody, because that guy, he would have been like, what? I'm going to pay you what? He wanted to shut down Zipwhip. He would have lit up Cineverse. So I don't know if he got rid of him or retired. I never get the right answer out of Doug. Yeah. Doug retired and whatever, but then he did come back and help Cinch with that amazing asset that they bought. Yeah. Which, when they bought it, the first thing I said to myself, they're going to have a little bit of trouble in the beginning, because you talk about an old boys company. I mean, Telequip was around for many, many years. Yes. And you're going to take the Swedish culture and merge it into, you got Swedish founders that come in all happy. Hey, we're worth billions of dollars. And you got these guys going, we've been doing this for 20 years. We're not worth billions of dollars. Oh, yeah, we're going to buy you. Oh, you're going to buy us? Yeah, we're going to buy you. And then they come with the check. Yeah. So I think that's transition. And we'll yet to see what the new CEO of Cinch does. I mean, things are pretty quiet over there. If she takes it and goes Lumen culture, not good. If she merges with, because Cinch is important. They have 5,400 employees. Yep. Number two, I think, employer in Sweden. These are important companies. Yes. I was watching, and the industry needs to pay attention and root for each other. I was watching Jim Cramer and the CEO of Salesforce 2 nights ago. And you know what they were going? Jim Cramer was like foaming. So you fired all those people and you got more productivity. We got more room for firing, because they don't care. Wall Street doesn't care. Correct. They're under pressure.
Just the numbers. You know what I mean? It's just the numbers.
So Jeff Lawson, I'm sure, was beside himself firing people. Yep. And I'm sure none of these companies want to do that. But
that was a big cultural wrench for Twilio.
But you could talk about all the cool things you want, but if we don't straighten out this monopoly mess that's going on, that's destroying SMS, just like Paul Sweeney said, right? What did he tell you about those two big companies, right? Like SMS is still the greatest vertical. Yep. And you can Google and Apple me to death in the USA, but that's not going to happen until Google spends a lot more money in DC. Yes. And Apple, and they're going to have, because those guys are going to have their hands out. And that's, they got to the EU. I heard the lobbying money that went around there was insane. And because it all comes down to that. I mean, look, next week you have the chairperson's dinner for the FCC.
Yes. Yeah, that's
lawyers
correct.
have tables, and then you have the CTIA dinner. So my argument to you is, MEF, you got CCA, you got CTIA, right? Mm-hmm. CTIA is the one with all the money. They're supposed to be looking out for everybody. They're looking out for nobody but themselves. Correct. They're making tons of cash. They got bought out. So, I mean, really, look, you destroyed me with your comments on MEF. Because you're right, because they stand back, don't like Johnny's comments, don't post what Alan's doing. But now MEF and everybody else, go read the complaint. Nobody's refuted anything. We put out a messaging monopolies piece, right? Yeah. Monopoly, net number, Monopoly, who just, I understand, we'll get more into it. Yeah. They just launched an innovative product. That innovative product belongs to another company. Yeah. Right. So they went Tata. And I actually sent Thorsten a note, because he had a couple of the ex-Tintech University guys. I said, you better check those degrees you gave these guys, because Thorsten would do just about anything, but he would never steal anybody's IP, or because it would be too much. It would be too much for him to handle. Exactly. You know what I mean? So, that's a step too far. Pride. Exactly. But no, and you got Aegis, and we still don't know what's going on with the political message. You had the Breitbart story, the Real Clear Policy story. So more's coming there. Yes. People are going to start digging on that. And Silvio touched upon that too. Exactly. He really wrote a great piece. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And, so we have a pioneer coming to the rescue and jumping on the side of right. Because look, there's a lot of problems in this world, and we can't solve the problems in this world. But what we can do is shed a light on the fact that grandma shouldn't be getting scammed. Correct. And your kids shouldn't be getting scammed. Exactly. And the operators shouldn't be making billions of dollars off of people being spammed. And
Correct.
believe me, when the Swifties are going to come, and they're going to come, and they realize that these are publicly traded companies that are looking to just squeeze the bottom line, just like they're doing with the artificial inflated traffic.
The traffic inflation.
Everybody wants to point at the aggregators. Oh, this one's dirty. That's dirty. No, it's the operator saying, oh, give me a $25 million deposit. And if you don't hit that number, you owe me the money. I keep it.
Exactly.
So it's a money grab. So the whole industry needs to work together.
Exactly.
And they need to point. So
yes,
I'm going to ask you nicely if we can have that debate in a week. Because look, I like Dario Betti, right? I think he does great things. I think Meth does great things. He can't help it if everything's a monopoly, right? And if he's got to worry, but the truth, okay, don't. You can destroy me if you want to, or you give me a chance to build my story, okay? let me just say my piece.
Go for it.
You know, he's got all these monopolies around him. He wants to be everything for everybody. He's got no cover from the carriers. He's got no cover from the Europeans. He's all by himself. So to me, Meth is important, just like CCA is important. Look, I went to CCA. You know how much I love Joe Marion, right?
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
Who doesn't love Joe Marion? He's like the Robert Rose of America. Robert Rose liked my thing today from GMS. He's the coolest. He's the coolest Englishman alive. You're number 2. So,
I accept that.
Robert Rose is like James Bond. I could just imagine him as a young man. But look, even the CCA wanted to do something when we're talking to Rick about antitrust and the UCAS companies getting hurt. The problem with that is nobody wants to stand up and be the plaintiff. Nobody wants to go through and get muddled. But now we have some of the smaller companies that are doing that. But Joe, I'll tell you another real quick funny story. I watched Evan Crystal, the guy that everybody loves. Great guy. He serves his purpose too. And this guy, Dave Miples, and they had Clark Peterson, his name is. And the guy Evan goes, and it was like for a UK CPAS AA thing. And they're well, this small little known organization, CCA, small, they have 150 of the biggest companies in America.
Correct. That
belong to the CCA.
Yes.
So in the beginning, as you know, I wanted to get the CCA, the MEF, to work with TAD, because what you do is just completely different. With the hackathons, the innovation, and your people are going to get hurt the most.
Yes.
And the innovators are going to get hit the most. Everybody with a CPAS or a product should be, hacking at that. And then we go out there and tell the truth. And look at all the great companies that we're putting forth. They aren't doing that because, they're saying, okay, we've got a net number. You were bought by Arbery for $300 million. Okay, you're in. Cineverse, you're here now. You got money. You got to protect your monopoly. You're in. So we're different.
Yeah.
So look, everybody in the industry, you got not a word to say to us. If you want to call us out for messaging monopolies, you want to call us out. Everything in Bill Peters' complaint is true, and a lot more. Tata, you know about it. And we could jump into Tata and the $140 million Supreme Court judgment. That was originally $940 million.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And they kicked that all the way down, but they played the system.
Yep.
And they own the United States campaign registry. I can't be the only one that is this crazy. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work at the same time.
Well, yeah.
It's one guy sent me a picture today, it's like a car crash. I mean, it's not a car crash. It's a car with no engine. It's a money grab. Yeah. So the industry needs to get together. Let's give these guys a few days. And look, I put the post out on Uniphonic. All these companies, Twilio's not spending any more money. They can't. He can't buy anything. He's going to hold on to $3.5 billion. They're going to try to remove him. They ain't going to work.
Nope.
I believe Microsoft is going to come to the rescue over there. I mean, he did name drop SoftBank, Jeff, on his last earnings call.
I know,
right?
Yeah.
But the poor guy made some mistakes, no big deal, but he created the industry. And everybody's got to get behind everybody. And these monopolies at MEF, Cineverse knows there's no numbers in the campaign registry. They all know. Net number, I don't even know what they're trying to do by taking that. They're trying to be innovative, really.
Yeah.
But we can get into the hacks and the different things that have happened in the industry at a later time. But look, as far as MEF, CCA, look, I love those guys. I think CCA is doing some stuff. But they got to be careful too, because a lot of people are afraid.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're not afraid. What are they going to do to us? Shut off our phone service? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we'll be talking on walkie-talkies.
Exactly.
So I'm asking for you to just do me a favor and let's go to war next week. Because if we don't get anybody liking and getting behind us, then just gloves off.
Exactly.
Gloves off on all you guys.
Yeah, because we're a member of the global mobile ecosystem, and we're publishing stuff and researching stuff that has a material impact on what's happening, and we're not getting any, likes, loves.
Well, we're getting thousands and thousands of views. People are watching. People are liking. I'm getting messages all day long. I got armchair quarterbacks all around me. Some of the top people and experts in the industry. Wall Street's watching us.
Correct.
We're moving the needle. People are paying attention. And when the Swifties come, because that's what's going to happen, nobody's going to get the operators to move except the public. And until the public shows up, and it's every young girl who doesn't like her grandma or grandpa getting scammed or themselves getting scammed. I mean, I got a scam likely call earlier today. I got to answer it. I have to answer calls. I can't not answer like scam likely. Well, maybe they're wrong because they've been wrong a few times.
Oh, yeah.
But so we're going to channel that. And look, Twilio, got to get behind it, guys.
Yep.
Got to get behind all these companies.
Yeah. Well, it's just, they've been picked on. It's yet another activist investor that's just wasting time and creating noise in the system.
They're not wasting time. They're getting a seat at the table because Jeff lost control. He lost voting.
That's right. Yeah,
he lost his voting control. So they can come in there 50 million. Now, last time when Lee Jian came in, people were waiting for larger people to come.
Yes.
Because they can really.
Yeah,
look,
they can amass.
First of all, when when the kingdom realizes, and they do, because Uniphonic is now, a unicorn.
Correct.
Can you imagine how proud the Saudis are, and they're going to be of Uniphonic and what they've created? Because we know what they've built. We know how they built it. Well, you more than me. You've been dealing with them for years.
Yes.
From scratch, from the ground up. When they want to take over the industry, they offered like Lionel Messi $1.5 billion to play soccer. What has he got, a year left? You know what I mean? I mean, $1.5 billion. So they can, what is it going to cost to buy the whole industry? I don't know, 7 or 8 Lionel Messis, and you take over the whole industry, unregulated, unsanctioned, whatever you want to call it. So look, I'm proud of Uniphonic. I definitely am a little annoyed. I did some more digging on UIB. Obviously. And that all ties it. So it wasn't a simultaneous thing.
Oh, it was.
What happened? Okay. No, what happened is, and we'll find out more next week. Hopefully Ken will start talking. But UIB was basically like the back end for Digo, for Tata. So, and then supposedly.
Gotcha.
Now, again, my information on this is like 2 + 2 = 3.8. I wouldn't go 100%. But there's no question it ended up bad and sour. And it was all UIB in the back end. There's no Digo. And obviously, because Tata's 10% gross margin. They're an infrastructure company. They have no idea what they bought with Kalera. None. Yeah. They have business lines that are a joke. They don't know. So I understand that basically Tata's basically incompetent as far as in this space, which, look, you need to know this industry.
Yeah.
And there's no question. Spackinator, Avi Katz, pulled their underwear right over his head, like he did to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also had a couple of friends of mine. It's like, sounded like that guy threatened you. I'm like, well, yeah, he did. But I mean, I was looking out for the Zohan to come get me, but I didn't see him coming down the street. But you know what I mean? But all the stuff will come out.
Yeah.
No, but the industry, we need to root for each other.
Yes.
Not fight with each other.
Yep.
Give them a chance. They don't come around. They want to play. They want to go net number on us and ages and all this stuff. I mean, nobody asks these guys questions.
Exactly.
What's going on, guys? Yeah. So let's give it a week.
Okay.
Before you destroy me.
I very much doubt that.
So look, Infobip, Silvio.
Hey. Yes,
thank you. Bippers. Bipper, bipper, bippity boo. I'm going to write a Bipper song. I'm a Bipper. You're a Bipper, right? I'm a Bipper now. That's it. I'm just, because he's the only one that manned up.
Yes.
He manned up. He called it out.
Exactly.
And I'm tired of hearing rumors about everybody else. How many calls I get from people? Did you know what this one's doing? Did you know what that one's doing? I said, guys, stop knifing each other.
Exactly.
There's plenty of time to knife each other when your valuations go over one-time revenue.
Yes.
When you go over one-time revenue, take out a couple of knives.
Yeah,
When you get to 2 times revenue, maybe come take out some more knives. 5, 6, 7 times revenue, start shooting.
Yeah.
But now, guys, we're hurting. And CPAS AI, Twilio wants to bust.
Yeah, exactly.
Cinch wants to bust. These companies want to bust out.
Yep.
And I'm feeling really good that they are. And the convergence is there. Wall Street's behind you guys again. You're getting another shot. Let's stop fighting and let's start pointing out the real problem, which is SMS is under complete attack. The operators are putting their hands in your pockets. They've created all these monopolies that do nothing. I mean, I laugh. Cineverse. I mean, Cineverse bought VeriSign years ago. They used to blend the A to P and the P to P. Yes, exactly. You know what I mean? They were blending it. I mean, spam was always there. Yep. You know, it just got out of control with social media and the explosion of everything. But they all know. Yep. They know what's up. And guys need to start talking. If not, we're going to point you right out to the Swifties. Where are they? There they are. There they are. Because they're coming, guys. Yeah. Oh, they're coming.
It's the general public.
Because it's a very simple thing.
Yes. No,
spam can be stopped. Yes. Robocalling can be stopped.
Yes, absolutely. And has been in other countries.
Tell me. Yeah, a lot of countries are doing it, like you said.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
no, that's
look,
great,
we got a lot more stuff to cover here. I don't want to take too much time. How long have we been on this thing already? Because
we've been on long enough, Johnny. So next week, it's going to... I was building it up for a pugnacious...
I knew you were ready to destroy me. No, there's an old saying where I come from. He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Yeah. And I will come with a punching bag on, but I'd like to give Meth and these other guys an opportunity to just,
copy Silvio.
Man up.
Yeah.
I know Tata's lawyers, Calera's lawyers know it's all true.
Yes.
Everybody knows it's all true. Let's come out and call it out for what it is.
Yes.
Let's solve the problem. And the guys at Campaign Registry are fringe guys. They're dirty cop suckers. Okay? That's what they are, guys. And that's what they've done. And all the other USF, all the other FCC, the hundreds of millions that Avi pretended that, we're baby Twilio. And I told Tata, why don't you ask anyone in the industry what Calera has?
Exactly.
Don't ask us. Yes. Go do a blind survey to the whole industry. Because even Dorson, when we were putting the company up for sale, the number one company on the list was Calera. I'm not going there. Why? What are you kidding? They're a joke.
Yeah.
So Calera's a joke. It was a put together SPAC scam. Yes. They got lucky with the Campaign Registry, kicking off a lot of money. No way they can keep that thing. First of all, I mean, if it worked, then you'd have a problem with Tata owning it anyhow.
Correct.
And still, look, China was in the network playing around.
Yes.
Been reported.
Exactly.
Now,
the evidence was
I can't even go there because we've got Chinese labs they're finding in the USA. Nobody seems to care. So the world's on fire. We're not going to solve any problems of the world. But what we can do is bring awareness and have people talking and understanding, hey, guys, we can do something.
Exactly.
And get behind each other and get the valuations up.
Correct.
And anything else you want to ask me?
No. At the moment, I think this was excellent, Johnny. Setting things up for next week.
Not a few people texted me about the Tintech hiring Carlisle's lawyers, but I guess we'll get to that next week.
Let's do that next week. Because I think
Dorson's the best technologist, but the worst Dartmouth lawyer in the U.S. But
so
we'll go from there.
It was the new phrase I learned was "dirty cop suckers."
Listen, you frame a guy, and understand something. Calera would not have been sold if Bill Peters didn't help Avi Katz clean it up.
Exactly.
He helped him clean. We came back, and it was my fault. I convinced Bill to work with him, and then Avi reneges on him. Why? I can't even, the word, I don't even have words for him because I haven't still said the F-bomb yet in 21 episodes because I got bets going with people that I'm not going to curse, and I haven't.
No, you did very good.
So far, no F-bombs out of me.
Yeah.
But look, more is going to come out. We got to do this next week, maybe a little earlier. I'll give you some time, but give the good guys, a lot of good people in the industry. We need to keep jobs going. Not Jim Cramer and Salesforce Benioff, whatever his name is. No. I want to throw my shoe at the TV. Oh, can we fire more people? No. Yeah. We got to stay together as an industry. We got to grow.
Yes, exactly.
Period. Point blank. And with TAD. And come let us hack you. We got Uniphonic.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bring it.
Yep. Absolutely,
come and meet
Johnny.
the boys.
That's great. Have a great weekend, Johnny. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye, kiddo.